Hello everyone, and welcome to Shanti Peace Yoga. This week's yoga practice is a 30-minute deep stretch class designed to assist the recovery of anyone who is a regular runner. We really work into the hips, quads, calves, and hamstrings. You will need a yoga block, or you can substitute with something like a low footstool. And you will need a strap or exercise band, or you can substitute with a long belt. Let's begin in Malasana, Yogi Squat, and we will use the block to support us as we hold here. Begin by taking the feet out wide, standing slightly forward from the block, toes pointed out about 45 degrees. Inhale as you stand up tall, and exhale as you lower down into the squat, resting on the block. You can take the hands together at heart center and use the elbows to drive the knees further out to really open and stretch the hips and groin. Feel free to rock side to side if that helps, and make sure to keep your upper body lifted. Avoid slouching in this squat. And as always, connect to your breath, finding that deep, slow, steady breath. Let's take one more deep inhale and use the exhale to carefully rise up to standing, placing the block off to the side, and we'll make our way to the top of the mat. Feel free to shake out the legs. From here, take your hands to your hips and cross the right ankle behind the left. Inhale as you now raise your right arm skyward, and exhale as you side bend over to the left. Left leg can bend, but keep the right leg straight. Actively reach through your right fingertips. Let's use a deep inhale to come back to center, and as you exhale, keep the legs as they are, but fold forward. Both hands can come to the floor, left knee bends, right leg is straight, and you can turn your chest and head to the right so you're looking under your right arm to enhance the stretch. Let's take a deep inhale to help us rise slowly back to standing. And exhale as you uncross the legs and release. We'll repeat this on the other side. This time, cross the left ankle behind the right, right hand to right hip. Inhale as you raise the left arm skyward, and exhale as you side bend over to the right, reaching through the left fingertips. Like before, you can bend the right knee, but keep the left leg straight, pushing through the left hip. Let's take a deep inhale to help us come back to center. And on the exhale, keep the legs as they are, but fold forward. Fingertips come down to the ground. Right knee bends, left leg is straight, and you can turn your chest and head to the left so you're looking under your left arm, pushing through the left hip. We'll take a deep inhale to help us rise slowly back to standing. And exhale as you uncross the legs and release. We'll find mountain pose now, Tadasana. Feet are hip-width apart, standing tall and strong. Inhale as you raise the arms up overhead, and exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the floor, step the right foot back into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Right knee is lowered to the ground and left knee is stacked over the ankle. Chest is lifted off the leg. Take deep, steady breaths as we hold here. Use your next inhale to help lift your torso upright, hands clasp overhead, index fingers pointing, and exhale, hold, sinking deeper into the lunge with every exhale. From here, we'll come into an open twist. Inhale as you turn your chest to the left, arms float down. Exhale, return to center, arms overhead. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, center. We'll come into a reverse lunge now. Slide your right hand down the back of the right leg. Raise your left arm up and over, leaning slightly to the right. Let's inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, release the hands to the mat. Now take your left hand to the inside of the left foot and heel toe your left foot out to the edge of your mat. We're really working on our hips here. If your flexibility allows, you can lower onto your forearms or stay here, keeping your chest lifted and back long. We're going to expand on this simply by flexing the left foot and carefully rolling onto the outer edge of the foot, allowing the knee to open. And whenever I do this, I feel an instant melting into the hip and pelvis. We'll take one more deep inhale here, and exhale as you carefully heel toe your foot back to center, and then step the left leg back behind you, pressing back into downward dog. Take a moment to set up a good foundation. Hands are actively pressing into the mat. Fingers are spread wide apart. Shoulders are sliding down the back and tailbone is skyward. Chest is pressing towards the thighs. Feel free to pedal out the feet, bending one knee at a time and stretching out the hamstrings. Let's take a deep inhale as you carefully step the feet forward to the top of the mat, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you bend the knees, rise up to standing, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. And now lower the arms down by your sides, returning to Tadasana. And we'll repeat this sequence on the other side. Take a deep inhale as you raise the arms up overhead, and exhale, bending at the knees, folding down, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step the left leg back this time, Coming into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Right knee is stacked over the ankle, chest is lifted off of that knee. Actively send your left leg back behind you, increasing the stretch into the hip flexor. Remember your slow, steady breaths as we hold here. Use your next inhale to help lift your torso upright, hands clasp overhead, index fingers pointing, and exhale, hold here, sinking even deeper into the hips. Like we did on the other side, we'll find that twisting flow. Inhale as you turn your chest to the right, arms float down. Exhale, return to center, arms overhead. Inhale, twisting open to the right. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, twisting to the right. Exhale, center. Coming into a reverse lunge, left hand slides down the back of the left leg, right arm rises, and you're leaning slightly over to the left. Let's inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot and start to heel toe your right foot to the outer edge of your mat. Like the other side, if your flexibility allows, you can lower onto your forearms or stay here, keeping your chest lifted and back long. Remember your deep breathing. Avoid holding your breath if you're experiencing a lot of tension in your hips. And we're going to expand on this again by flexing the right foot and rolling onto the outer edge of the foot, allowing the right knee to open. Remember your deep, slow, steady breathing. We'll take one more deep inhale here and exhale as you heel toe your foot back to center and then step the right foot behind you, finding downward dog once again. And this will be our final downward dog, so feel free to pedal out the feet one more time, deeply bending the knees or doing whatever feels right for you. Let's take a deep inhale as you carefully step the feet forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees as you rise up to standing, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms come down by the sides, returning to Tadasana. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, and step the feet back, coming onto the hands and knees, and then carefully lowering down, resting on your belly. You can rest your forehead on the back of your right hand as we prepare to stretch our quads. Bend your left knee and take hold of the foot, ankle, or leg, whatever is accessible to you, and draw that foot closer to you. Consciously drive your left hip into the mat and drop your left shoulder away from your ear, we want to isolate that left quad muscle. For a change in sensation, you can try driving your foot against your hand, creating an opposing force, and this tends to increase the sensation in that left thigh. We'll take one more inhale and carefully release the hold of the foot on the exhale, lowering the leg down. From here, slide your left leg out beside you, bending the knee at 90 degrees and flexing the foot. Consciously roll that left hip down, and you should feel this in the inner thigh and groin. Remember your breath and try to relax the other areas of your body as we hold this stretch. Let's take one more inhale and exhale as you slowly slide the left leg back behind you. And we'll repeat this on the other side. This time your forehead can rest on the back of your left hand, bend your right knee, and then reach behind you with your right hand, taking hold of the foot, ankle, or leg, and drawing it closer into you, stretching the quad muscle on the right side. Consciously drive your right hip down into the mat and check that your right shoulder isn't up by your ear. Like we did on the other side, you can actively push your foot into your hand to change the sensation into the quad muscle stretch. We'll take one more inhale and carefully release the hold of the foot on the exhale, lowering the leg down. Like before, slide your right leg out beside you, bending the knee at 90 degrees and flexing the foot. Consciously roll that right hip down to feel the stretch in the inner thigh and groin. Let's take one more inhale and exhale as you slowly slide the right leg back behind you. Place your hands under your shoulders and inhale as you press into the hands to lift your chest off the floor. Exhale as you sit back onto your heels in child's pose, Balasana. You can have your knees open wide to stretch the hips more, or you can keep the knees narrow. Allow your spine to round, forehead to rest heavily onto your mat. Arms are relaxed, and maybe start to close your eyes as you deep breathe here. Let's take one more deep inhale. And now use the exhale to walk your hands in, lift your chest upright, and we'll make our way onto our back, and we'll set up to use our yoga strap. Coming into a calf and hamstring stretch, loop the yoga strap around the ball of your right foot and straighten the leg, holding the end of the straps in each hand. It's okay if you need to bend your right knee if your hamstrings are tight. Just ease your way into this. And you can start to point and flex the foot, really driving through the ball of that foot to feel a stretch down the calf muscle and hamstring. Notice your upper body here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, and as always, remember to breathe. We're going to start to stretch the inner thigh and groin. So allow the right leg to now slowly drop down to the right side, holding the strap in the right hand. The leg opens and expands out to the side as much as is comfortable for you. Keep flexing the foot, this time driving through the heel of the foot. Again, relax the upper body. Remember to breathe. Let's take one more deep inhale and use the exhale and the strap to help bring your right leg back to center. And we'll change legs now. Left foot loops through the strap and the left leg straightens. Pointing and flexing the foot, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. We'll start to carefully drop the left leg out to the left side, taking hold of the strap in the left hand, driving through the heel of the foot to enhance the stretch. Let's take one more deep inhale, and now use the exhale and the strap to help bring your left leg back to center, and we can place the strap off to the side and just draw our knees into our chest, Apanasana. We'll set up for Shavasana now, so feel free to take any pose that is comfortable or feels right for you. I'm going to continue opening my hips by coming into a reclined butterfly pose, but you might like to simply rest on your back, or you could even rest on your side. Arms can be overhead for a gentle chest opening, or you can have your arms out wide. Allow your breath to fall into its natural rhythm, and eyes can close. Start to reawaken, inviting some small movement back to the body. In your own time, rolling onto your side, resting here for a moment, and when you feel ready, pressing into your hands and lifting up, coming into a seated position. Thank you for joining me today, yogis. We'll bring our hands together at heart center, Anjali Mudra, and close with our mantra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bowing forward. Namaste.